When I first came to school here, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do, but I have a very avid imagination and I always wanted to create things. So I eventually ended up in theater, and my professor, Kathleen Macy, encouraged me to branch out into graphic design as a potential outlet. Just because she always knew that that was something that I was interested in, I always talked about it.
In high school, we actually had a graphic design program, so my last 2 years I took that class and we got into advertising, and I just realized that it's everywhere. And I guess once I got fixated on it, I just couldn't stop.
I became interested in art at a young age. I always loved making things for family and friends. When I got to high school, though, my high school professors really pushed me to be more involved in art, and I worked on set design and I was involved in a lot of the art club activities.
In the early stages, I had considered doing maybe something in architecture or landscape design, and my high school professor recommended that I do something in the arts.
I always want to go to a SUNY school because it's close enough to home that I can visit, but it's still far enough away that I can concentrate on my work. When I first visited Oswego, I fell in love with it. The department was great, the professors were really nice from the first time I visited, and I really can't see myself anywhere else.
When I got here, one of the first professors that I met was Richard Metzger, and he really made me feel welcome here. He's always around whenever I need someone to help me critique something. He gives me his input.
The department specifically here is very good about sort of explaining all of the different aspects and the different things you can do, and trying to figure out what your interests really are, to sort of give you a place to go or professors to talk to or things to work on.
The professors are really great. They make time for you outside of class, besides their office hours. They're just always available.
The class size allowed for me to actually interact with my professor and get feedback throughout the class. They're also very available at the end of class and outside class. They have no problem meeting up with you and discussing a piece you have.
There was something that continued to keep my interest, finally something that I was like, oh, I really want to do this, and I really liked working with the programs and the things I could do. And as a costume designer, I no longer felt handicapped because I had sort of tools to help me draw and communicate the ideas that I wanted to.
I've been working on web design. Lately, I've been doing JavaScript and CSS. It's great, and that's my real passion, just to make web design very interactive and fun.
Throughout my academic career, I've kind of worked combining sculptural elements, metals, and casting things with the material ceramics. And overall, it's been a great way to integrate different mediums and styles of building.
I took a class with Amy Bartell, digital illustration, and it really just changed my life because I had never drawn on the computer before. I never really did anything digital before. So I learned how to use a tablet, and it was great, and I found that I could take things that I made in printmaking, scan them in, and just bring them into my illustrations. So if I didn't have that class, I feel like I wouldn't have much of the things that are in my body of work now.
My plans for after I graduate, I'm downstate, so I'm near the city, so I hope to commute into the city and find work, either internships or job opportunities, and just go from there.
I was lucky enough to partake in a Q3 course, which I traveled to China and studied the culture there for about 10 days. And we got to visit a city there called Jingdezhen, which is basically the ceramics capital of the world. And that really provided me with a great perspective on what's happening globally, and it was a really great experience that I'll never forget, and I couldn't have done that without